Welcome.
Welcome to Rapper Rants episode 50, man. In the midst of war breaking out, we also have the first Cybrothels are open. Get into that. Disney and Playboy are collabing. Kids aren't using Mr. and Mrs. The world is out of control. Let's start with the Cybrothels.
One of the world's first Cybrothels just opened in Berlin, Germany. And if you want, you can go there to pay for alone time with one of its highly realistic human-like dolls. So this Cybrothel basically features dolls that are voiced by real humans. And you can pay for alone time with them in any of their suites. Now, of course, reports are already emerging that some of the men who are visiting places like this are treating the dolls as if they are younger than they're advertised to be. And they're requesting roleplay as such. All you have to do is go to their website and look at the things that you can purchase or add on to your experience at the Cybrothel, and it is just incredibly dystopian. I mean, I don't want to really say this stuff out loud here, but just pause and read that if you want to. You can bring friends if you'd like to, and they have all their experiences listed out here. You can stay for the night, or you can spend an entire 24 hours with 4 dolls of your choice, which is just deeply disturbing as a concept to me. Now, obviously, it's very concerning to people as well that the men who are visiting places like this are going to be able to treat these dolls however they'd like to. They aren't a real woman, so they can't fight back, so they could potentially live out their most vile, violent fantasies right there in the safe bounds of a room like this.
Yo.
I didn't know how that I missed out on that. I mean,
it's in your it's right next to you, bro. Like, we know where Krishana's going tonight.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna take it a 3.5 or 4 hour ride to go to Berlin, right?
No, I think it's one of those things that, like, yeah, dude, it's weird, right? It's new, it's weird, and I understand like people being uncomfortable with these people being able to live out these like crazy fantasies or whatever. And like, yeah, I think it's questionable, but I would rather have them live these fantasies out on a fake doll than a real person.
I was literally gonna say that. I was like, at least it is not like some sex worker, that's doing this. It's a freaking doll.
But he said it's the real human voices or whatever. Like, could you imagine that job? Could you imagine the girls behind the scenes, like, seeing through the eyes of the cyborg, and they just got to act like they're into it, and then like,
again, I'd rather them be in that position than actually having to.
That is a job, right? So even though, even with the voices and they're doing the job, they get paid. Yeah. But I must admit, I think it's a good idea to have such an option because, dolls, this is different than human beings. Plus, I mean, right now they have to pay for it, right? What if it wouldn't be like that? They might just go grab someone from the streets or, even worse. So.
Yeah, I mean,
yes.
I guess it's like that's oh my God, Angela, you took the words out of my mouth and typed them. But that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's like 2025 phone sex operator. Like that's 100%. Thank you for joining us, Angela. Blaze, I'm hesitant to say this, but turn your mic up just a little bit.
Oh,
I know. I'm scared to say that, but
Disney and Playboy partner up for a special magazine. This limited edition print will feature your favorite Disney characters completely naked, wearing lingerie, and other scandalous outfits. The most anticipated characters for this special release are Mrs. Incredible, Judy Hopps, Gaston, Ursula, and Roz. As expected, Mrs. Incredible will be featured on the cover of the magazine. It's worth noting that Playboy will only feature characters that are 18 years or older. It will also feature both male and female characters as noted earlier. This is an unexpected partnership between Disney and Playboy, however, it makes sense. Many Disney adults have a weird desire to see their favorite characters unclothed or nearly unclothed. This continues to be more and more popular every year. In fact, Disney is constantly doing more to appeal to these people. For example, the Star Wars Strip Club, which we reported on earlier. This is yet another example of Disney appealing to a perverse group of people. The limited edition Disney Playboy magazine crossover will sell for $50 per magazine. For more on the surprising Disney Playboy crossover, click the link in our bio.
Do you want to say it or should I, please?
Go ahead.
What the?
Can't we just leave the kids alone,
Bro?
Team on this show? Can't we just leave the kids alone, bro?
Disney, come on, man. It's always something with y'all. Just, oh my God, leave the damn
But then you
kids.
see the target groups are not only kids. Because I think the kids are not into seeing the characters naked.
I mean,
Well, of course. I mean,
but-
you have to be over 18 or I don't know if it's 21 now or whatever. But
I will say that there is a crap load. Like, for example, let me preference this out, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm a developer of websites. I do music. I'm a graphic designer. So when you go on sites to get plugins and things of that nature, they're always tagged with a bunch of crazy sites that pop up to you first. You don't have to go looking for them. They just happen. I just need to preference that. So I often always see some freaking crazy, someone animating Disney characters naked or whatever. So they're right. I'm sure Disney pays attention to that stuff. That is a thing. So business-wise, they're like, oh, well, we could appeal to them. Now, if it's all about the money, I agree with you 1,000,000%. Go make that money. But you have a moral responsibility because of the freaking kids, bro. It's like, come on, Disney. Oh,
like, I mean, they already put all the subliminal messages in their movies and everything that, like, you know, that mind controls kids and they don't know it. And now they're just, you know, making it available. Like, I don't know. It's just, and bro, like, who's looking forward to this? Like, what adult is like, oh yeah, I gotta see Mrs. Incredible out of them spandex. Yeah, like that, bro. Come on now.
We had this topic last time, right? They crazy about Disney characters going to the park, so I bet they're as well.
Yeah,
People
I mean,
who are into seeing them and paying a lot of money.
but hold on. What's up with the Star I strip club? I don't think I've heard of the Star Wars strip
I
club.
didn't either, bro.
No.
What's up with that?
And I don't even think that's as bad because, like, Star Wars is like, there's adults in Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like, that's all right. Yeah. Blaze, I know where you're going to go with this topic, but there's other things to discuss.
Okay.
Y'all, when did kids stop referring to their friends' parents as Mr. and Mrs. and whatever the last name is? Nowadays, these new kids don't do that. They call you by whatever your child's name is with mom or dad at the end. Like my son's name is Zion. His friends be like, hey, how you doing, Zion's dad? I have a name. Call me by my name. Don't just diminish my being to the person that I pay for. I pay for this kid to eat, sleep, his food, his clothes, his shelter. Everything comes from me. You should refer to him as Murph's son. How the hell I'm Zion's dad? I don't understand this new generation of kids. You can't remember my name, but you want me to remember your pronouns, child? Please.
Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Hey, look, I need to also preference something because people, I do get the comments. I read them. And just to let you guys know, I entertain them purposely so I can get paid. But I'll say this. I don't enjoy the suffering of children. Like when I'm for beating kids, it's not to inflict pain on them. It's I enjoy, and I enjoy is in the word.
hey.
Enjoy is in the word.
Hey.
I support beating the kids, you feel me? Because you have to discipline your kids so they don't act like psychopaths and they're not out here calling people's, hey, Cameron's dad versus hello, Mr. Smith or, you know, Mrs. Javon or like.
Here's what I think the other side to it, though, is the fact that, like, it's so hard to keep up with whose last name is the same as their parents nowadays. It's really like, you know, it's awkward if you're talking to stepdad and the kid's last name is Johnson and you say, you know, hi, Johnson, Mr. Johnson. It's like, oh, well, it's Mr. Smith. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I get that. For people that I know or where I grew up, it was always hi, Mr. or Mrs. Their first name.
Well, that was back in the day. That was back. Oh, Mr. First name.
His first
Your
name.
first
Like
name.
all of Elena's friends, you know, hey, Mr. Blaze, hi, Miss Christina. That's what they say. All
I
of
like that.
So to me, that's normal. To me, that's the way that it normally is. So these little bastards don't have no respect, and it's because ain't nobody laying the smackdown on their candy asses.
I don't know. I think there's just been such a change in our society that it's hard to keep up with, like, you know, who's who. And now, look, Kushana, in Germany, is there like equivalent to Mr. and Mrs.? Like how do you address your friends' parents when you're a kid?
Oh, by first name.
First name?
But y'all do Mr. whoever or Mrs. whoever, or y'all just
the first name?
Call their first name.
No, if you know them, you say the first name. But if you be more polite, then it's like over there in the States that you were saying Mr. and Mrs., right?
Yeah.
That's I think they're picky about those things. I mean, at least they're saying hello. There are kids who don't even say hi anymore nowadays.
You were smart making that 2 minutes, boy, because I was ready to go. Like I was ready to go.
All right, and now old Donnie's trying to get rid of Juneteenth, man.
Oh.
Donald Trump just attacked Juneteenth, which is today, in a new social media post. He just manages to continue to get worse. I don't even know how that's possible. We're already at rock bottom. He said, too many non-working holidays in America is costing our country billions of dollars to keep all these businesses closed. The workers don't want it either. Soon we'll end up having a holiday for every once working day of the year. It must change if we are going to make America great again. Yeah, there's just so much wrong here, but let's start with the obvious. Donald Trump accusing other people of not working hard. This is a guy who golfs at every single opportunity, using taxpayer dollars to do it. Please, spare me the preaching, Donald. And also, why didn't he put out this post on, like, Columbus Day? You know, when we're celebrating the end of slavery, and that's a federal holiday, he decides it's too many holidays. But on Columbus Day, oh, he's all in. Also, in 2020, he canceled a rally he was having on Juneteenth because he thought it would be offensive. Now, there's too many holidays. This guy just can't pick a position. He just flips every single day. Every single day.
Oh, but I like the way how he said Donald. It had something like so.
Oh, this man just infuriates me. Like, I don't hate him the reason why a lot of other people hate Donald Trump. Like, for me, it's just quit tweeting, bro. Quit talking.
Keep him
Get off of social media. God. It's like he wants to talk about all this money being spent or whatever. He just spent all that money on his freaking birthday party. Like, bro, there's kids out here starving, and you want to focus on the birthday party. And he knew, like, he canceled Pride. Like, Pride Month is officially not a thing. So, you know, you don't see it in stores no more. It's not on TV. He wanted to do it with Juneteenth because last year he removed Pride and Juneteenth off of calendar. So if you're on Google Calendar, it wasn't there last year. He took it off. So he wanted to end it, but look, we mollywop and mudhole stomp Donald Trump. That's what we do. So that's why that
didn't he just used a budget to pimp his office, like golden interior and all that?
It's crazy that somebody that ain't here know what's going on. Everybody outside of the country is watching this and laughing, bro. We're getting laughed at by everybody. They're eating popcorn.
Yeah, I don't know what any politician in any other country's office looks like, bro. I don't know what they're called. I don't like.
Not this. And it's crazy because there's so many people that voted for him they're pouring outcry of people just turning. Oh, we're so betrayed. This isn't what I voted for. Well, we tried to warn you, bro.
Yep.
Yeah,
like,
do some research before you vote. That's how you're supposed to do.
Instead of arguing, trying to make points. I bet Kamala don't look so Indian anymore, does she? Freaking morons.
All right, so this is like, all right, I've never been a big bodybuilding competition fan, right? But this is the most inspiring type of bodybuilding competition I have ever seen in my life. Check this out, bro. it's all about body transformation. These guys lost all this weight. I think that's the coolest damn thing.
Yo, that right there is freaking amazing, bro. And it's crazy because I found out that it's this month is also Men's Mental Health Awareness Month or something like that. And that right there, like, if that don't boost you up, because you saw all the before pictures. I'm sure all of them had issues of insecurity.
Oh, absolutely.
Being depressed because of their size and all of that. And to make that type of transformation, like, that's freaking amazing. And then to give them a platform to acknowledge the transformation. And then people who see that now is like, oh, this is something I can do. So that's more of an it's an incentive. I love it.
And it's something that'll be celebrated, man. You know, it's like, the bodybuilding thing, man, it's like, okay, so you've dedicated your entire life to being this muscle bound beast. That's amazing. That's cool. Hope you enjoyed the steroids. But these guys, they it's not been their whole life, you know, and the commitment that took is, God, it's amazing. I think it's
right. But I must admit, if I'm sometimes scrolling on TikTok and I see such stories, I always get stuck. I always watch it. And they were like, yeah, keep being consistent and nothing is impossible. And then you see day 1 till day 200 something. And this is impressive.
Yeah.
A lot of discipline in I think even the switch from having an unhealthy way of living and then turn into something totally different. Plus, you're doing something good for your health. Okay, depending on how much you invest in it, building up these muscles. But
especially for them, man. Like I hate going to the gym, and I'm not that out of shape. I can't imagine how much a gym sucks for someone who's 300 pounds like that. Like, not trying to be mean, but
big facts.
Oh, and if this isn't the most American thing you'll ever see.
So insurance companies are sending out notices that they're not covering for nuclear weapons, any kind of warfare on American soil, or rebellion or revolution.
Wait. So insurance companies
covering their asses for wartime, man. That's so bad. That's so bad.
What is happening in our country, bro?
But this is new, or
yeah, this was just announced. This is like a new thing because everything going on. Iran's talking about nuking us, so yeah, the insurance company was like, whoa, we're not trying to buy everybody's houses. Like,
yo, this is horrible.
Yeah,
that's the ultimate bailout.
Yep. And what do they know that we don't?
Yeah,
it's good to clarify in advance. Angela, we need you on the show next week. If you're free next Friday at 3, I need you on the show.
For real.
I don't know what is happening over there. This is really
I have no idea.
I mean, do you know how serious it is right now, Quishana?
It is bad.
Yeah, like as soon as this weekend, we're probably going to be bombing Iran, and that's going to get us.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that would be also a topic right now. Within 2 weeks, you're going to make a decision whether you directly be involved into, the crisis.
At this point, we're going to. It's just a matter of when. But it's terrifying. Like,
and it's crazy because they were just freaking interviewing whoever the heck freaking moron is, and they're like, asked them, so do you even know the
you talk about Cruz,
yes,
Ted Cruz.
Yes, freaking Ted, freaking.
But didn't he rejected at first?
He has no info on who he's gonna attack or who he wants to take over.
Nothing about it,
and
bro.
It's like, what are you doing? It's like
Tucker Carlson handed him his balls in that interview, bro.
Facts.
But to ask that, I thought he said already. He already mentioned he would send eight in different type of support, but not that he gonna send in troops the first time. So now
Yeah,
it's
the first time.
it's still debating within the next 2 weeks what will happen, right?
Yeah, I mean it's
I
gonna be
think he
bombings.
cannot
He's
make
not
that.
gonna
He
have.
cannot make that move unless he really sees like, yeah, there is just. Oh, this is
There's
the,
no telling with him, man.
stories.
He's a
Facts.
wild card. We never had anything like him as president. But okay, so this next video shows Gen Z's reaction to war, and it really I'm asking the question, how is social media going to impact this war? Because we've never had short form of people in war-torn areas. Like, check out this Gen Z family fleeing Iran. It's war in Iran. It says, it's war in Iran, but you're eating chips and your cousins got 50 Cent on full blast while heading north.
Okay, how old is she? Well, how old is she? I mean, right? I mean, you got this type of stories, but you also see other reels, videos where people are just, crying, running down the streets, looking for relatives, try to pack stuff. So it's not, this is just the Gen Z stereotype of TikTok community, right?
And
so
these
this is not the reality.
Yeah, and these little bastards are going to be the end of us, bro. they really are. They really are. I bet you her eating them chips don't get whooped. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna throw it out there
all right.
that her
Moving
parents
on
ain't
from
handling
that.
that. I'm just no, but real talk. It's like these kids, bro, and the way that people act, and like people are not gonna be able to know what to take serious, what not to take serious. They're like, oh well. I see people over there eating chips and listening to music. Can't be that bad, and then they can be insensitive to someone who sees it that bad, and now it's an argument.
Right. Well, and like Quishana said, I have seen a lot of actual short form of like people hiding underground, holding their kids while bombs are going off around them. And that's the other side of the type of short form that we're gonna get. But it's just this question of like, what makes these young kids? Is it ignorance, or is it like they've grown up in a world that is so unsure? Every single day is a new huge political blowout or other issue that like they're jaded at this point, right? Like they don't know what to be scared about because they've been told to be scared their whole life. They don't know what's real.
Yeah, I think it's both. I think it's both, and both is right what you just said. It's like even with the things with the deportations or whatever, like the amount of videos by Latin people, by Mexican people making jokes of the situation, like it makes other people feel like it's okay to make jokes. And then I have friends who are unfriending people that are from the Mexican community or who support it because people are making light of this situation. So it's
but some kids are not even interested in those topics. They just live. They're not interested in politics. They don't get into the books and study, okay, what if? They just take it how it comes. And I think that's a point as well. They don't take it that serious.
Yeah.
I think it's more that as Americans, we've been desensitized against violence and war as we've grown up in and out of it so much, and it becomes the norm.
I mean, that's a valid point. And these kids are in Iran. So imagine what their life has been like,
Yeah.
So, all right, let's bring Kushana's question.
My question is, would you rather work in shift naked at your work or walk from work back home naked and use public transportation?
Oh, I'm working naked.
I work from home, so I'm taking that all day.
Okay, then say you have to have a job working out from home.
So would I rather go to my place of work naked or have to travel there naked and then be clothed while I work?
No, you have to work a shift naked.
Or
you go coming from work but have to go naked from work back home but using public transportation.
Yeah, so you can't like hide in a car.
I'm gonna go with
anyways, either way.
It depends on the job. I'm not cooking fries naked. Like, but if it's like an office job, I'm gonna take the office job because there's a lot that can go wrong on transport if you're naked. You know what I mean? Like, especially public transportation. And I don't want to get in a car accident naked. That sounds awful. Like, public transportation naked, bro. Like, could you imagine if everybody was naked I would never get on a train.
No.
Yeah, but
never.
you really want to,
But
you really want to, or your coworkers and your boss, see you naked.
I mean,
yeah,
rather, yeah.
I had a question though. Actually, it related to this. If you like walk around your house naked and someone sees inside, is that indecent exposure? Because like you're home, but someone saw you naked. Are you? I would love to know what the laws are there. Like,
No, over here you can do whatever you want to do. Basically,
yo, for real.
We got beaches where this is like called FKK beach, so everyone is naked there, and there are families who do FKK beach time with the kids and everyone. We got people walking around naked.
Yep, saw a video where somebody was trying to make it look like it was somewhere in America where the lady's holding their kid's hand and there's an old naked dude and they're like, oh, this is crazy. But then somebody debunked it. It was like, no, this is in Germany. So,
yeah, we're pretty open.
It's such a different culture. It's just such a different
even
culture.
if you go somewhere and someone feels like taking off the bikini bra and want to lay there with the boobies, nobody gonna say anything. So
yeah.
Well, let's go to Germany.
All right. So if you get sucked into a board game, Jumanji style, which game are you praying not to land in and why?
I feel like Candyland.
Why?
Because if it's like Jumanji style, that means like every character is evil and out to get you. And those imagining the Candyland characters as evil real life beings coming after you is definitely something from Nightmare.
I'll give you that. Wow. So I was gonna go with Monopoly because I was like, hell, I mean, I've been in debt and like in jail. I don't want to experience that or whatever. But I'm like, no, I'm not gonna go there. I'm going Operation. I don't want to be on either side of that. I'm not trying to be the one being that to depend on people to poke me. And if you sucked in it and it's real, I don't want to be responsible for having to not freaking. So yeah, the Operation is mine.
That's the winning answer right there. That's the winning answer. Koshana.
I think I would choose. I'm not sure if the name is the same, but the Cluedo one, where you have to hint the murderer.
Yes.
Oh, Clue.
One room.
Yep.
Because I think I would be tired running around and from one room to the other. Oh no, just the objectives. No, this is like.
It would suck to be in the room with a murderer that you think is not the murderer and you get killed. Yeah, I wouldn't want it.
So I think this is like. What is shoots and ladders? I need to explain that. I don't know what it is.
Oh man, shoots and ladders is a freaking classic. Bro.
It is the classic, bro.
But it's not where you dice and then you just walking up and then if you have like a ladder to go up and go back down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I got you. But this might be a little bit more fun though.
Oh.
All right, this is a debate my lady and I had last night, and really I want to know what y'all's opinion is, especially Blaze. This is such a subject so close to your heart.
Yes.
When it comes to chicken, do you prefer white or dark meat?
Yo, wow.
Chicken.
Damn. Dark meat.
Kushana.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, I would say dark meat. We're talking about beef, right? Dark meat.
No, chicken.
No, like two different types of, like the two different meats on chicken is there's like dark meat and there's white, like breast.
Oh no, white.
Yes, See, me too. Like Danny likes dark meat. I think dark meat's just slimy, bro. Like it's I don't know. I don't like the texture. I don't like how much fat comes in it. I like.
So I will say, if you're trying to be healthy, obviously it's white meat. But you asked what I would prefer. Dark meat.
I just don't like dark meat.
Some good old
and like even if you have a half piece of chicken, right, and you just pull the meat, if there's something like a little bit of something that is not white anymore, like the veins or something small that which darkens up the meat, I just put everything out. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, bro, you need to come on over to one of my family cookouts, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Come on. Not gonna lie, I want to try your chicken blaze. I do.
Hey, look, man, I'm telling you. Look, you're gonna go slap to sleep. That's what I call it. Slap to sleep.
Are you saying I'm invited to the cookout?
Bro, of course you are invited to the cookout, bro. Of course.
But that's gonna be barbecue, or what it gonna
exactly. Be? There's two types of Caucasian individuals in Alabama, racist and Corey. You're allowed to come.
All right.
First Alabama joke I liked. All right, y'all. Thanks so much for everybody watching. Angela, we appreciate you. We appreciate your comments. And I'm serious. Get in touch with Blaze, and I want you on the show at some point. You're fantastic. Thanks so much for everything you input. I really appreciate it. Drumsticks, I cook with still no clue. Fair. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. You catch us every single Friday, 3 p.m. EST.
The most prestigious network in the land, the Signature Series Network. I love it.